Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Brakakadash, Brakadam. Peace and blessings to hopefully let one for the full and the rest of 1/3. Shalom, shalom. Elder Makama Bug will let you know about Gary, Indiana. And Gary, Indiana is a rap for you. You know, you suckers. That's right, you wicked, you no good. You know, so you better recognize what time it is in the battlefield. That's right.
Shalom. Call the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Bahasham Bakar. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Now more so than ever, there would be judges, the 144,000, the tabernacle of David, ordained to be the ruling class people here on earth above all other nations, above all the people, above all other governments. All right, the tabernacle of David, ordained by who the world falsely and fraudulently calls JC. His name is Yahushai. Always was, always will be, and he's returning to establish the kingdom of heaven here on earth. All right, which is the kingdom of the Israelites. And to the rest of the scattered elect, the Israelites, the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nations, that has the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black only thing. And to the few Waf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you another lesson in truth. And do not get it twisted. All right. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native American makes up the primary body of the Israelites here on earth today. But you cannot discount the scattered elect that are scattered around among the other people, including so-called white people. Yes, some Israelites will come looking like that. That's why the Lord is coming back to gather them up and rectify that. Okay? So, what I'm going to talk about tonight, all right, this is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago. Don't remember if I said that or not. But what we're going to talk about is what's not being talked about. This continual blackout. It's been over a week. And the region, all right, which is like 5 or 6 cities in northwest Indiana, has been without power for a week. So I can only imagine the shootings and the rape and the robberies and the things that started going on now that it's been 4 or 5 days that people are completely out of gas and out of food and things of that matter. I haven't even watched this video, but, you know, the sister, I don't know if she's Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom, but I see her a lot on Instagram. But the name, you see that one video that the purge is here.
Hold up.
So I can only imagine the shootings and the rape and the robberies and the things that started going on now that it's been 4 or 5 days that people are completely out of gas and out of food, things of that matter. I haven't even watched this video, but you know, the sister on there, I don't know if she's a Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom, but I see her a lot on Instagram. But the name, you see that one video that the purge is here. And it says power outage. Then the video below it says power outages could last another week in northwest Indiana. What I believe this is a test run. All right, so I'm going to play a series of videos that I got from April O'Neil, the Water Beloved, for your constant help, your aid. And so I'm going to play. I got 4 videos that I'd like to play that she sent me. And I want to start with the scripture here, which you're very familiar with. And I bring it out all the time. But this is Isaiah Salakia. This is Isaiah 29:15. It says, "Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsels from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us?" All right, so we know that they can aim weather. You know, they can aim storms. Okay, it's been proven and admitted that they use storms, you know, these controlled storms, you know, through weather modification in Vietnam to make the monsoons. You know, they still end up losing the war, right? To make monsoon season last, you know, to try to, stop the Viet Cong from fighting back. But it didn't work. But I guess they perfected that technology. But nevertheless, they seek deep to hide their counsels as they plan on doing all manner of wickedness. Okay? So these people are really suffering out there, and there's really not a lot of coverage on it, mainstream media. And whatsoever. So without any further ado, let's start playing these videos, because there's one video in here. Maybe I'll just play the 3, because there's one video I actually used in a lesson that I did either yesterday or this morning, where the guy was talking about a 12-year-old, you know, could blot out our grids, you know, whatever. Now, like I said, it just goes to show you that there's no wisdom in teaming, that you will put up power grids that are just that vulnerable, that anybody can just, you know, do that and connect everything to the internet. You know, it's funny when I think about it, we never had these mass breaches where thousands of millions of people information was shared and that whole sort of thing. We were just on paperwork. See, all technology is not good technology. All of a sudden, you got this internet, which makes life so easy, but it makes life too vulnerable. All of a sudden, all this information is getting leaked, and it's, you know, so it's everything that's created, you know, there are a lot of inventions that should have just left uninvented or not used, because they do just as much harm as they do good. And that's the problem with Esau Edom. All his technology is harmful in one way or another. It either destroys the environment, right, because of these residues and poisons, or it actually destroys people, or both. All right, so let's play this first video. This lady speaking. She's got through. So the first one's 4 minutes. The second one with her is 4 minutes, and then the last one's just, and then, yeah. So we'll start with this one.
They are suppressing any information that's coming out about what's going on here in Indiana, especially Northwest Indiana, with our power and the flooding that's going on. It's not making national news, okay, so first of all. Second of all, Gary, Indiana, Maryville, I think Hobart, Crown Point, maybe Cherville, Valpo. We call it, in Indiana, we call it the region. But it's like this pocket of Northwest Indiana that's like outside Chicago. And they have been without power for over a week. There is no end in sight for them. And I keep posting videos of people talking about it, of creators talking about it, reposting them, adding them to my stories, and then I keep getting community guidelines violations. So I'm going to make my own video. I'm going to see if this gets out there. Hopefully it does, because this is a serious problem and we need to talk about it. So what is going on in Gary, Indiana right now? They are in total blackout. And not just Gary, but like surrounding areas as well. But I'm going to use Gary as like the general term for the rest of the video, okay? Gary is total blackout. People are looting houses because it is literally like no one's alarms are working. No one's lights are working, obviously. If they have a generator, people are trying to steal generators. People are stealing food. It is like end of days, dark times up there. Not to mention, when anyone tries to drive at night, if you're trying to go out and drive, it is pitch fucking black. No street lights, no fast food, nothing. Zero. Not only is that happening, there's no schools, they don't have access to food, they're running low on supplies, people are stealing, people are looting, people are hurting each other, people are being held at gunpoint, people are getting their cars broken into, getting their cars taken from them. It is insanity. Okay? And it's not making news anywhere, first of all. That's a big fucking problem. Second of all, I don't know the direct correlation of this, but it can't be helping. But Indiana, if you didn't know, is one of the only states in the country that allows data centers to build here tax exempt. So what does that mean? It incentivizes data centers to be built in Indiana. We have over 140 data centers slated to be built here. 32 are already working. You can't tell me that those things, those fucking atrocities that are data centers, are not to blame for some of this, are not to blame for the fact that people aren't getting storm warnings here. People didn't get tornado warnings until it was too late here. We are in a massive crisis in the state of Indiana. My town, like south of me, our White River completely flooded Broad Ripple, northern little pocket of downtown Indianapolis. The flooding from an aerial perspective around where I live is atrocious. Noblesville was hit so hard. Like, Carmel, we have actually a situation, I don't really know the updates because I haven't been getting any, because of where a bridge collapsed near my house on one of the thoroughfares through where I live. Apparently, it is so close to breaking a sewage pipe that would then get the sewage water into the White River, and it would just be a fucking disaster. So, like, we're in trouble in Indiana, and no one's talking about it. No one on national news is really talking about it. And when people are trying to post online, they're getting suppressed, or I'm getting community guidelines violations. So hopefully this gets out there, because it's very important and it's very dangerous. Another thing that we have to remember, too, that I don't think people talk about enough in this state, is how our fucking governor sold us out to Schmizrael. Our fucking governor made a $15 billion deal with Schmizraeli tech companies to come and start headquarters here in Indiana. Oh, Mackenzie, isn't that going to increase jobs for Hoosiers? No. Why? Because they're bringing their own fucking workers, i.e. settlers.
So yeah, like they're doing in the Philippines right now, and also down in different parts of South America right now. In Argentina, president has sold those people out. So so it looks like a lot of this may be deliberate, and they're trying to make it look like an accident, and they're really good at that, 911. But let's get a couple scriptures. This is Proverbs 11 and 18. And it reads, "The wicked work of a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward," man. So the wicked, they sow for deceitful work, man. They're planning to hurt and harm people, or let hurt and harm happen, so they can come in with the remedy. And the remedy is, totalitarian control and all your rights, Constitution just trampled and done away with in just a relic. Okay? This is Micah 6 and 11. "Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances, and with the bag of deceitful weights? For rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth." Notice that scripture that says, and I can never remember that scripture, but it says something to the effect that he that taketh a man's wages, murdereth him, killeth him, something to that effect. And by doing this, those people aren't able to work or hustle or do anything. And now they're creating a desperate situation where, where 2nd Ezra 15th is kicking off. And I think, actually, to be honest with you, I hope this just keeps going and doesn't stop, because I'm tired of this place. I think that the region, which is northwest Indiana, just outside of Chicago, is the starting point. Like it says on the screen, the purge is here. Okay, so let's play the next video. The same, Edomite chick, or at least perceived or looks like she's an Edomite. So here we go.
Our sold us fucking out to Schmitzville so that they can bring in settlers and start. Are you for real? People need to wake the fuck up. If you are a Hoosier and you have ever voted for what is going on right now is not the time for you to come out and be like, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. You're in the front of the fucking line at midterms voting for a fucking Democrat. It's your fucking fault we're here.
And it may not be a midterm.
People in the state are suffering. People that did not vote for this are suffering. Okay? People that would never have voted for this because they knew that Mike Braun was a piece of shit who was only out to make money for himself, or who knew that Micah Beckwith is a fucking psychopath white Christian nationalist and would never have voted for him. So, Indiana, I'm so sick of our shit. I am so sick of people being so apathetic here and thinking it's a foregone conclusion that we are going to be Republican for the rest of our fucking lives. This situation right now should be waking every single Indiana resident up. Because it's not just going to happen to Gary. It's going to happen to every single town, every single city in this fucking state. As soon as 147 or whatever the fuck it is, data centers start operating here. Our state will be completely drained of our resources. So get out, vote, pay a fuck attention to what the fuck is going on. And honest to God, Indiana, like, I'm so sick of being such an embarrassment. We have been part of the Union. We were part of the Underground Railroad, for Christ's sake. We are Lincoln's birthplace. Like, get it together. We are the North. Okay? So the losers who are hanging their fucking Confederate flags and waving their Trump flags all over rural Indiana, you idiots, you guys are in the North. You want to do that shit? Get the fuck out of the state. And for everyone else who thinks, again, that it's just going to be Republican and that's just how it is, no, it doesn't have to be that way. You have to fucking vote. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends, talk to your grandparents, talk to your meemaw, your pawpaw, talk to your auntie, talk to your uncle. I don't give a fuck who you're talking to. Get people out to vote. And if they voted for Trump, then they should be at the front of the line voting for a Democrat. Because they're the reason we're in this fucking mess. Wake up, Indiana. Wake up. And I said this in another video. It should not take a natural disaster or a community crisis for us to realize it's better to vote for your own interests. Someone who says they're going to help you when shit like this pops off. Better to vote for them than to vote just because you hate someone else. Because that's honestly all it is. The only reason you would have voted for Mike Braun and Micah Beckwith is because you hate anyone that isn't white or a man, pretty much. That includes all the women in Indiana that voted for this fucking mess. Shame on you. How's your access to healthcare? God, get fucked. I'm so fucking over it. So yeah, this message needs to get out. What's happening in Indiana is very upsetting. We are going to be an example of what will happen if this shit pops off in your state. We're the breeding ground of, I think, a massive data center crisis if every single data center gets pushed through. That's why we have to vote for people who are anti-data center when it comes to the midterms so that we can turn this shit around and Mike Braun can quit building helipads for himself and other bullshit so that he can pocket money from foreign nations at the expense of Hoosiers. Okay? Put on your thinking cap when you go to the fucking polls. I'm tired of having this conversation with Indiana voters. I've been able to vote since 2008 in a presidential election. I am so fucking tired of this. We can do better. Our state is smarter than this. Okay? Quit letting the hillbillies make the decisions for everybody. Alright? And you know who I'm talking about. Those asshole Indiana people don't represent us. Okay? Well, they are suppressed.
Yeah. So, this could be the beginning. Well, Jacob's Trouble has started, man. This is the portion of it. It's like you said, the people getting robbed. I can only imagine the amount of rapes. They've taken cars, they're breaking their houses, and people are down there kicking their doors because of the lack of bread, the lack of food. All right, so we'll have to read second Ezra 15 chapter again. Okay, these people plotting to take your life, both. They take your life as far as prevent you from being able to live, and also physically take your life away from you if you don't bow down and comply to their wickedness. They're really coming after people. This is Psalms 38 and 12. And it reads, they also seek after my life, lay snares for me, and they seek my hurt. They seek my hurt, speak mischievous things, and imagine deceits all the day long. This is Esau Edom. All right, because when you're speaking against them, and what's happening is the general public is waking up to the juice box. And as she says, Smithrael, or is not real, is becoming a daily conversation that they're controlling way too much here in this country. There's a video that I want to do a response to. Maybe I'll play it because this guy speaking boldly against them. All right, and this is the sentiment that is happening with people. Let me just find his video.
That man would find it.
Yeah. Give me a second. Trying to find it. Yeah. These two. Maybe I played them both. All right. I don't play that one yet. Just trying to find it. So Slovakia.
Wow, this wind turbine looks pretty cool.
No, that's not it.
Wind turbine.
Come on, man. Is that it?
Why is it that every single time?
That might be it. I know I want to use that video, but I'm not sure if that's the video I want for this. So let me try something else. Let me try it this way. So Slovakia. Let me try it this way, and of course, saved. Argentina versus Zionism. Yeah, okay. Well, you know what?
Tens of thousands are still taking to the streets protesting the Argentinians are not backing down. Tens of thousands are still taking to the streets protesting the illegal sale of Patagonia to their Zionist overlords. Argentinian President Javier Milei is using his secret police to bring out his own citizens so he can hand it over to the Zionists, who are starting fires in the Patagonia to buy back the land for pennies on the dollar.
Yep.
They're doing this exact same thing in Greece right now, where an Israeli set fire to 30,000 hectares of Grecian land.
Doing the same thing in Indiana right now.
Resort built on the very same land. I wonder who Greece's leaders really serve. Oh, shocker. Just like in the U.S., just like in Albania, and in Argentina. This is Javier Milei and Netanyahu are Polish cousins, and they're not even Jewish. But guys, there's still hope for America, right? It's not like our presidents all serve the same man. Oh, never mind.
Damn.
Satan worshiper gets to burn the world down so they could buy the land for cheap. How evil is this shit? And they get caught, nothing happens because the three-letter agency, the little law enforcement, they can't do shit about it. Why? The man, the leader who's at the top, is one of their fucking goyim, one of their slaves. They serve their master. Common sense would be, those who's supposed to serve the people, you do evil, you kill them, or burn them, hang them alive.
Damn.
That's not out of them. Like, here we are, the Satan worship, burning the world in front of us, telling, yeah, we did it, other people do it, what the fuck are you guys gonna do about it?
Yep.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how are we not burning these fucking people alive in these fires? Like, toss them in there.
Damn.
Burn a few handful of them. Do you understand that? The fucked up system is all these agencies, especially in America, three-letter agencies that's supposed to serve and protect the people, the top of the leader is chosen by the Jews, dirty scumbag of the world. And no matter what it is, you try to do the right thing. The boss tell you, back off, you have to back up. Fuck that. If you took an oath to serve this country, your job is to serve the people. Start killing these motherfuckers.
Damn.
Start hanging these motherfuckers. Start sending them to God. Because these people are fucking traitors. These people are fucking terrorists. They're destroying society, destroying humanity, destroying our culture, our values. So technically you're a fucking hero. But none of you motherfuckers doing over 1 million kids goes missing in America. These people show us the evidence. These are pedophiles who do nothing. These people are, forcing us to pay fucking tax for them to surveil us. We're building our own concentration camp. They told us AI is coming. There's nothing you guys could do about it. Fuck. I'm ready for the Boston Tea Party. It's a matter of time.
Damn. So that's a hot. That was a chick, a little chick. These motherfuckers. This is the mindset of average Americans now. Because once you see this, you can't unsee it. And so they're in that seditious.
Just in case.
They're in that seditious mindset, man. Yeah. So let me go ahead and get that second address. Takes a second Ezra 15 and 14. And it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Sword is a modern day gun. The one was talking about people having guns put on them, cars being taken from them, people's houses being broken into. And then I've heard women talk about, all the gunfire and stuff that's going on. And yeah, and imagine, I can imagine, how violent it's going to get against women, especially some of these women that's wrong these men out here and got these men running around. Now it's total blackout and lawlessness. Yeah, like I watched a video of all these women. It was just a collaboration of women who had children that didn't belong to their husbands, and they've been raising these children for years and found out that they weren't theirs. And then the women had the nerve to open their mouths like, well, you knew what it was, and well, why does it matter now? Fuck you mean, why does it matter now? So yeah, I can only imagine the intensity of those situations. Imagine a blackout in that kind of situation after that has happened. But anyway, we continue. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. These people are tired of these lying criminal politicians. The politicians are nothing but a damn syndicate. They're just a bunch of gangsters that work for each other and go around the law of the land. They all violate the Constitution and bring forth statutes and codes that are completely unlawful. And then they push them under the color of law. And people just accept it because they think it's law. No, they're constantly breaking the law. And people are waking up to this. A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. All right? The girl was just talking about, how she... Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that.
Access denied.
Salakia. Where was that message at? Okay, was it there? Just too much going on. All these damn different apps. I can't remember where the damn message was. Damn. I think it was here. Where? Oh, yeah. Oh, well. I'm not going to waste my time looking for it. But oh, here it is. Just when I was about to give up. Okay? It says, and this was from someone that said, how come this is not out there more? I'm glad people are posting. This is scary. And here we go.
We've got helicopters everywhere. It's like a horror movie out here. We've got helicopters everywhere. The roads are parking lots. It's like we're all trying to exit town, and there's no gas, no power, nowhere to go. We're stuck. The car is officially off. No gas. It's hot. We've got all the doors open. And Agnew's annoyed, so I'm going to stop updating you guys. He wants me to sit here in hot silence.
So 5 regions, this is happening. And there's barely any. You said the roads are parking lots.
Okay, so we were able to get an Uber, and we are just going to abandon our car.
Damn.
And get home and figure it out later. It's like a horror movie out here.
So there you go, man. It's like a horror movie out there. So let's go back to the scripture now. Let's go back to the scripture. It says, for there shall be, 2 Corinthians 15 and 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. They had to abandon their car on the road, all right, along with a whole shitload of other people, because everyone's running out of gas, and there's no gas anywhere. For because of their pride, cities shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And a man shall have no pity on his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And once again, we don't even know how bad the violence is. All right? There's reports of break-ins, rapes, robberies, and I can imagine there's a lot of murder, death, kill going on too. All right, so for you people to think this is not real and think everything's going to be okay, it's not. So with that, all praises, all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash Kwam Yasharala Abba Babal.
It's a wrap. Ball. Y'all better wake up, because it's a wrap. That's right. To the next one.